Well, g'day, mate. My name's Dave. And this...
We should have done a beep at the beginning.
fuck.
Jesus.
How do you know where to cut?
I'm getting paid by the
There you
hour,
go.
right?
Well, g'day, mate. My name's
While
Dave.
you're at it. Where's Brad?
Am I ever
Jamie.
going to try this cigar?
Well, g'day, mate. My name's Dave. And this is...
Brad.
Had your hand in the air for no reason at all.
I was saying hi.
Who's this good-looking lady next to me?
Known as my wife.
So this is Jamie, the travelling sister that we talk about often.
Hello.
And you've met Siobhan before.
Howdy.
And the girls are joining us tonight to smoke one of these fantastic Southern Draw cigars,
If the girls are here, that means we're smoking a cigar I don't like. That's
the
what that
Rose
means.
of Sharon. Mate, this is like a 99 rated cigar. This got
And you
maybe
smoke leather
100.
roses
This
all
is
the
Hey,
time.
listen.
one of the highest rated cigars in the
I
last...
will not knock a Southern Draw.
Now, yeah, the reason we've got the girls here, now this is named after Sharon of Southern Draw. And there's also, not to be confused with the Desert Rose, which is somewhat drier than this, but this is...
Yeah, do you know when the Desert Rose came out?
I don't.
2019.
2019.
So very new to
The Desert Rose. What about
The
the Rose
Desert.
of Sharon, though?
2016.
2016, right. Cut and pass. Now, one of the things I'll say about this while we're getting them cut is you'll notice, and I'll give you a shot, you'll notice that the foot of the cigar is actually a closed foot. So this is not a cigar that you would toast. The idea of this closed foot is that on light up, you just light that straight up and you'll get that really nice wrapper flavour straight in.
Dad, what is a closed foot?
Cutter.
Oh, you want...
So see how this is, you've got like bare tobacco there, like it's been cut. This one's the wrapper has been wrapped around the foot. So that's what we call a closed foot.
I see.
Yeah.
I know Brad lit it for
All right. So we're all lit up. What are we going to drink tonight, Brad?
We are going back to an old faithful because you and I have had a long week. And we were in the mood for experimenting with new bourbon. So what do you do when you don't want to experiment? You go with a favorite.
Blackened.
My favorite of our channel is Blackened.
What are the girls drinking?
I am drinking Moscato, strawberry, vodka, and lemonade mixed together.
Hang on. Run that past me again. Moscato.
With pink Moscato wine,
Right.
strawberry vodka,
Right.
and pink lemonade.
How's that taste?
Amazing.
And what have you got? Oh, here we go.
And Jamie's also drinking.
And that's a super sweet drink to go with the cigar.
That actually really is. I've got sweet tea with a splash of whiskey.
So both sweet drinks, girls. And first thoughts on this cigar? How's it going?
This is going really well with that. I don't think the drink dulls the sweetness of the cigar at all.
I actually don't feel like this cigar is very sweet so far.
It's not a sweet cigar.
Yeah, no.
It's not
it's
so
very plain.
it's a smooth cigar. It's got a nice moist finish, kind of creamy. What are you picking up on it at the moment?
It's an Ecuadorian Connecticut wrapper with our little lovely Google research. There's not much to it. You've got a blend of Nicaraguan and Dominican tobacco, which we all know what Dominican tobacco is, just very mild, very smooth. It goes for the citrus, and I'm not getting any citrus in it, but
I'm not getting citrus, but I get like caramel flavors, maybe because of the sweet tea. But I'm surprised you guys might not get caramel from.
Yeah, so I've had this with orange juice. It complements well with that. I've had it with black coffee. It complements well with that.
you had a
I've had it
cigar
with
with orange juice?
Yep, I've had it with lemon in water. Complements well with that. We've done it with mango daiquiris. Mango daiquiris goes well with that. This is an all-rounder cigar. This is, you're right, it's not super complex, but it's in a good way. It's a very smooth, easy run cigar, fantastic noob cigar. And I think there'll be a lot of ladies that really like this cigar. I particularly like it as a first cigar of the day.
I would not smoke this right now. I'm struggling with this cigar, even though it is my first cigar today. It's because
Hang on a minute. It's night time. It's 9 o'clock at night, and it's your first cigar today.
It's 8:53.
Who are you, and what have you done with Bradley?
I haven't had a cigar today.
Yeah, not actually.
How has he not had a cigar today?
Been munchkinning.
He's
all
been
day.
on daddy duty. all
Ah,
day.
daddy duties.
So
Right.
I would tell you this cigar hitting me right now is not doing very well because I had dinner already.
Uh-huh.
It's not the right time for this cigar for me. So I know
But you're a big burly smoker, aren't you? You like the strong flavors.
I
and-
do
You
like
like
strong.
complex, layered flavors.
Complex
Yeah.
is really it, and even in the
Well, like the
Connecticut,
Jacob's Ladder. You love the Jacob's Ladder.
love the Jacob's Ladder.
But the Jacob's Ladder will put a lot of people on their butt.
Yeah. I can't.
Yes. Yeah. Right.
What's the other Dominican one they just came out? The Cuzo.
No, I know the one you're talking about. The one with the red label.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that one's incredible. And we'll put that down.
That's very appley. That's very fruity. that one.
Yeah,
That's the,
but it's still got a lot of complex things going
I'll
on.
put the name
there.
up because we've forgotten the name, but I'll put the name up on the one we're talking about and maybe a photo of it.
I like the simplicity of it because as a female and from a noob that doesn't really like heavy complex flavors, I kind of like that it's simple and yet still good. It doesn't taste, it's not dry, it's not just like smoking a piece of cedar or something. And if I want to get away from more sweet cigars like Leather Rose and the Sweet Janes, which are very like flavored and sweet,
Yeah.
and I want like one, maybe some people would say like a real tobacco cigar that like taste and flavor, this is the perfect for that because it's simple, it's not complex, it's not overwhelming to someone. And I don't taste citrus in this, but I can see where you would, because it kind of hits you in the same place in the mouth that citrus would. So I can see totally if I was drinking a mimosa right now or something of that nature, it would be
Pairs with a lot
hella
of things.
good.
And I think you're right, Jamie. It's a really good cigar for people that are trying to, I'm going to say, transition somebody else from sweet cigars
Yeah.
into your more general line of cigars, because it's got that bridge.
It's flirting with a
Beautiful.
dryness.
You think?
I don't
It's
get
not
that.
dry at
No,
all.
I don't get any dryness. In fact, I get a moist,
Yeah.
almost a moistness in my mouth.
I'm
from it.
getting a very mild kind of ending dryness,
Really?
and it's very mild.
Yeah, I'm
See,
not
I
getting
do
that.
have to say, as a person that has no idea about cigars, I worry about pairing things with sweet cigars because the cigar tastes disgusting after you drink a sweet drink. This and that is amazing. This will
Mhm.
now be my go-to when I'm drinking because I love sweet drinks. I only drink sweet drinks. I only
Yeah.
drink wine, all those fruity drinks, and this doesn't overtake that, and that doesn't overtake this.
Right, now you smoke a lot of the sweet
I
smokes,
do.
don't you? A lot of the sweet cigars. So
She's an
too, yeah.
acid aficionado.
acid
right there.
aficionado, the Deadwood Tobacco
Oh, yes.
Company cigars. You
I
like
love
the
those Sweet
Leather
Janes.
Roses, the Sweet Janes,
Fat bottoms.
Fat Bottom Betties. I would say you smoke those more than you smoke any acids.
Yes, I do.
That's interesting you say that. So this is going really nicely with
But
that super sweet drink
But
that
I
you're
don't
smoking.
tend to drink when I smoke
Because-
of the odd pairing that
'Cause you like the sweet
something
drinks and
goes
it's too
bad. The
much.
cigar is bad, so I
Just
don't
too
end
much
up
artificial
smoking
sweetener
it,
in the
or-
mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just too much. Where this, I would be able to smoke without a sweet drink and not be worried, but also it goes with a sweet drink so that I can smoke and drink at the same
It's
time.
funny you bring that up again because in a lot of our videos, even the video we were talking about Sally with the Wise Man Maduro, which is well outside of her flavor profile, right? That was a jump
Yeah,
for your wife.
yeah.
And she was talking about the pairing with the caramel whiskey and how that
Uh-huh.
first experience she had with that cigar,
Yeah.
she tried it with several other drinks, coffee, some other things, and she was missing that flavor element to it. And again, we go back to it's got to be the right cigar for what you're drinking, for what you're eating.
Yeah.
Your palate has to be ready to take the flavors.
Pairing is super important.
And pairing is hard.
Well, pairing's hard if you A, don't do your research, or B, don't have the information.
Can
or
you
the
really
experience.
research it? You gotta
Well, you
go
don't have
for
the
it.
information or experience, and C, or we're doing or all of these. Don't have somebody to help you who's got that experience and that knowledge, right?
We can help.
But we can help.
That's what You're here
like
for
and subscribe. We can help you with your pairings.
And we mess with that all the time. Like,
Tell me, it's pairing quite well with this, right?
I know, because again, this is a sweeter bourbon, right?
Right.
Like this,
It's a smooth,
sweeter bourbon. Like if we had this like an Ambler, you'd be like, "Ah, this would be done, right?"
Oh, right. Yeah.
You can't have something to overpower because it's simplistic, and I think that's where the basis of the pairing has to come with: is what you're smoking, how simplistic is it, are the flavors complex?
But there's been often times where, because I love the leather roses, but again, sometimes you get just kind of over that so much sweetness. And so I'll ask him to give me something, or that he's smoking that I could try or whatever, and it's a little too peppery, it's too dense, it's too chocolate, it's like too overwhelming. This is like really, really nice. If I needed a break from all those sweetened cigars, those flavored cigars, this is perfect.
And I don't know about you, but when I do try something that's usually outside of my, flavor range, which is very sweet, yes, I usually end up getting a bad aftertaste. It doesn't have any flavor.
Like a saccharine taste, like an artificial sweetener.
Yeah.
Like at first you love it, and then you're like, no.
Yeah, but this, I mean, I know I'm only very small way in, but I know other cigars that I have been this far in, and I just put it down because of that aftertaste, and this doesn't have anything. I'm not getting any.
Yeah, like straight off the bat, you're like, ooh, and then you're like, ah.
No, because there's no flavoring
This is
in
nice and consistent.
This
so
is
far.
not infused at all. This is just a really well. Well,
You want me to-
just have a look at that burn.
You want me to tap that ash?
Tap that ash.
Yes.
Keep it.
Please.
Keep it.
Gladly.
You want me to keep it? Okay.
Oh no, I was going to say keep it G-rated. It
Watch
will.
me draw it
You
out.
will lose it. It's
Flip it
over,
they're
flip
pretty
it over.
good. They're
Yeah,
pretty
no, I'm
good,
gonna
but
drop it all over.
you're gonna lose it. Yeah, see, it comes
What
up.
a
So
gentle tap.
I mean, the
Thank
burn on these is always
strong.
fantastic, but yeah, they do drop unexpectedly sometimes.
It's the Connecticut wrapper. It's very fragile.
Yeah, very fragile.
It doesn't hold things very well. But I'm liking the smoke. I'm not saying I don't. This is not a cigar that I typically would go for.
Oh, look,
But
it's not your
if
profile.
I had a cup of coffee,
Yeah.
throw a little white mocha in it, like I typically do when I go through the Starbucks line, I'm all for this. Like something sweet with some coffee, I'll gladly have this in the morning. But once it hits 10 o'clock in the morning, you won't find me dead with a cigar.
Right.
So I have to ask, is this a box press?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's a box press.
Okay.
It's a soft box press, though. That's
So does
probably
it
why you're
come
asking.
in anything else? Does
Oh,
this
yeah.
come in?
I think they're all box
Gordo,
press, but they've got.
Lancero, they
Well,
got
I
a
think
whole
they're all
line.
still box press though,
just soft.
but they're just different sizes. They come in a variety of different sizes. This is the Toro that we've got.
I like this size. I think anything bigger,
Yeah.
I would be worried about it being too long of a smoke with how dry it's becoming and whatnot.
That's what she said.
Nice.
Your daughter,
Never
dude.
let it
G-rated.
It's
He's
your
not letting it
daughter.
dry.
But if it was smaller,
No, but you brought up the dryness. I'm telling you, there's a
Now
mild.
she's like,
I
no,
can't. I
get
just
it.
There's
want
a
something.
mild dryness to this.
I don't have. See, I'm not getting
I
that.
don't
it's
get it.
not
I don't
bad.
get it at all.
I
Don't
am.
get
Yeah,
it at all.
I don't.
I'm getting
You know
that
what this
mu-
would be really
dryness.
good with?
But I'm not
Have
getting
another sip of that.
that dryness of.
Go.
I get like a tiny bit of spice, but like the tiniest bit, like just enough.
Yeah, this is a perfect noob cigar. It's a perfect go anywhere cigar. It pairs with anything. Really easy. Now, you've never had this before, have you? No, but you've had it before or not?
What do you get on
I
the
think I've had it once, maybe not. Maybe I have.
anything
I
on the
don't know.
retro?
Yeah, so give us a retro hail.
I did already a couple times.
Oh, that's impressive. How do you do that?
Why don't you give it a try, Brad?
Yes.
Let's,
What do
Go
you-
on.
let's see
What
a
do you
good
get on the
try.
retro hail, Brad?
What are you getting on the
Yeah.
retro? Not me. What are you getting? It's about her.
Actually,
Dave.
on the
Jamie's actually got a really good palate for cigars. She picks flavors really nicely.
on the retro, that's where I get like that tiny bit of spice
Uh-huh.
from, and a little bit more caramel than.
Didn't work.
What, are you having a seizure?
Just trying to retro hail.
Oh, okay.
Are you having a seizure? Yeah, you do get a little bit of spice on the
Yeah.
retro hail.
You know what this would go really good with? The cake that Siobhan made
The
the other
chocolate
day.
eclair cake.
The eclair cake.
I think it would.
Why is it girls always go to sweet desserts?
Because because she put
you're
like
a
a
bit
little
dry.
bit of caramel on it.
Because you're a
And
bit
then
dry.
it had and then it had like the cream filling. No comments. And it was like never mind, a nutty cream filling. But
It was a creamy pudding filling.
okay, yeah.
It was cream
With
filled.
I was gonna say it's got like a little bit of a nutty flavor, but I just didn't want to go there.
yeah, with salted
These two.
caramel. I think the salted
Salty,
caramel
Children
on top
sitting beside
salty,
us.
nutty,
Salty,
cream.
nutty,
Yeah.
and
Salty,
creamy.
nutty, creamy,
And
delicious.
that's why they like the dessert.
That was
right?
a
Yeah.
horrible
Yeah,
cake
yeah.
to bring up.
It was
Delicious.
cream filled dessert. Yes.
Who doesn't love cream pie?
Shouldn't have brought that up.
You took it too far.
I'm actually finding this to get a little bit more dry as we keep going.
Yeah, it
Like
is.
I even
As it
just took
heats
a
up.
drink of my drink and it still has a dryness to it. That's not bad.
So you're coming into the second, third now, and it is transitioning a little bit.
it's not bad.
But it's not. Yeah, it's not bad.
It's
No,
not.
it's still a
It's
good
not dad
dryness.
level dry, right? It's just slightly above your dad level dryness.
Was that supposed to be a dry dad joke?
Yeah, dry humor joke.
Yeah, didn't
Good work.
land.
So.
I'm gonna go with no comment on it.
All right, guys. So we've been smoking. Now we're down into the last third. Oh, there's our beep.
Wait, can I go pee?
No.
No. This is
We're,
like
we're
prison.
down
Go
into
home.
our. We're down. I'm probably not quite in my last third. Siobhan, you're in the last third. You're in the last third. You're in the last third. So how are we going with the transition?
I like it because it's pretty consistent throughout. I'm getting a little bit more like it's a little spicier towards
I
the
am
end.
getting that, yeah.
A little bit more spice.
I'm getting a little bit more of
More heat.
Less caramel,
Needs
more
more
spice.
spice.
well, no, yeah, more
Well,
of a
yeah.
pepper rather than like when it gets really close down, you can feel the heat. But at the moment, I'm not feeling the heat. I'm just tasting. The
You're a little
spice
bit
of
further
it.
down than me, but
I
I'm
am.
definitely getting more of like the spice is no longer like a spice, it's more like a light pepper.
I do have to
It's not
dab
bad.
myself in though. I have ashed on myself 3 separate times.
Oh, really?
Yes, it did fall on the ground.
You're boobing all over the place. Your
And
boots are
I
covered in
did.
it.
The people know. I looked at the camera and went shh, because nobody else saw it. But I have ashed on
I
myself
saw it. I saw
all
it.
3 times, so it's definitely.
So, like I said, they do hold a nice ash, but don't trust it for too long.
Yes.
Right?
It's a nice ash, but it's a light ash.
Well, but it's
it's
a
gonna-
it's a
It's like a white girl ash.
I mean, the wrapper on this is super fine. You know, it's
It
a,
is.
a light cigar. It's
a
not one that you're
Connecticut.
gonna. It's a Connecticut. You're not gonna hold a
No.
huge ash on a Connecticut.
But I like this. It burns well, and I like the smoke output on them.
Yeah.
It's just it's a nice smoke. I like it. I like it. I'll smoke it again.
But it's got some transition. Oh, you got ash all over you there, mate. So it's got some. It's got some transition. So it started out kind of sweet with caramel
I'm a bit
tones.
ashy.
Yeah.
Started out kind of sweet with caramel tones.
I need some lotion.
Moved into a little bit more spice.
Any
I
lotion
wouldn't
off
say
camera?
pepper, but maybe
I'm a bit
white
ashy.
pepper. Not really
Yeah.
spicy
it's not,
pepper.
Like, heavy. Yeah,
It's not heavy.
Black pepper.
Not as much to finish as what it had to start
I don't
with.
find that it's drier. like it.
I'd say if you are looking for a cigar outside the sweets
Yeah.
to dabble,
If you're looking
this
to
is
move
definitely didn't make our original boob list, but definitely
No, it
would
didn't
make
make
the new
our
boobs.
original boob list, but I tell you what, I'd put it straight on the noob list. For
It
no
would be
reason.
top 3 on the boob list.
Yeah. Yeah. This is an easy
Top 3 boob.
easy cigar to smoke.
Top 3 boob list.
Yeah.
It's also very interchangeable, like morning coffee,
Yeah.
Yep.
midday sweet tea.
Yep.
But if
Now after you
Afternoon
said the whole
alcohol.
breakfast thing, I could totally go with like a short stack of pancakes and some mimosas with this. I'm not gonna lie, some like,
Brunch.
You have
Yeah.
your mimosas with
Um,
your breakfast, do
This
you?
is what I'm envisioning right now.
So,
Tomorrow morning, I will be
if
at
you are
brunch.
if you are a heavier smoker or you're an experienced smoker, light this up with your coffee in the morning. Get a little bit of sweet in your coffee. All day, I'll smoke the cigar.
Yeah.
I would absolutely love that.
Yeah.
And if you're out and about for most of the day and you're coming back in, you didn't eat any heavy meals, you're snacking, and it's the first cigar you're smoking for the day, I say you can do it. I say do it.
Yeah.
You know, it's a decent little. I'm not really in the mood to smoke, but I just want something small and light. This will fit that bill as well.
I
Yeah.
can say I wouldn't smoke this with a beer or anything flavorless. Whiskey still has flavor, but I don't think I would do this with like a
I
Bud Bush.
I would
Michelob.
disagree. I'd say go with a Blue Moon or any.
But that's
That's
still
got the
flavor.
ci- and that's got
I'm saying
citrus
like
in
Bud Bush Michelob.
You mean your normal beer fare?
Like your
my beers, my beers.
You're a class act with your beers, right?
Yeah, so I wouldn't smoke
Normal
this with that,
beers.
where I can smoke a sweet with that because that has no flavor. This is everything else.
Yeah.
This is.
You need to bring the flavor to it, just like you're doing right now.
Yeah.
And again, that pairing is huge.
Yeah.
If you go on and just try to force feed this into you, you're not gonna like it.
Yeah.
And you should
Anything
ask
to add, Jamie?
No, I'm just gonna keep smoking.
You're just going to keep smoking it? Anything else to add?
Ash.
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 Talk nicely to it.
Talk nicely to it and hold it. Any final words on it there, Bradley?
Way to go, Southern Draw. I gotta tell
Yeah,
you.
Southern Draw, great
Everything
cigar.
they're pumping out. If you are interested in a cigar and don't know who to choose,
Go to Southern Draw.
Go to Southern Draw. If you find it, grab it. I've not had
Manzanita. That's the one that we were talking about earlier.
that Manzanita's
The
incredible
Manzanita.
cigar.
That's a little fruity spice bomb. I love it.
Yeah, it's a great, very complex cigar.
Yeah, yeah.
And Southern Draw, keep doing what you're doing. We're gonna tag you in this video. Please comment.
Like and subscribe, and we'll catch you later.
Catch you later.